I want to bring in the senator from the great state of Alabama who's watching it all very closely. Tommy Tuberville joins us now. Senator, great to have you back with us. Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
What do the Super Tuesday results mean to you?
Well, it shows that American people are starting to really understand that the Communist, Socialist, Globalist Party of the Democrats they're figuring out what they're doing. I mean, they're trying to take this country over with more and more people. 320,000 people we found out yesterday were flown into this country, and that's not counting the 5,000 coming across the day to 10,000. But Donald Trump is the clear leader. People want somebody that's not establishment, want somebody that's Christian conservative, that holds the values of the Constitution and will stand up to these goofballs up there. I'm telling you, we don't have many people to stand up to them, but I know one guy that will, and he's proved it for 4 years. They ran him out. I've seen all the election stuff. We won't get into that of 2020, but that's not going to happen this time. This is going to be an overwhelming win for Donald Trump. Now he's out by himself running and telling people how bad it is right now and what he's going to do to make this country better. And I'm excited about it.
So this will be the second time that these two men square off. What's different now in 2024 than 2020?
Well, Joe Biden, number one, doesn't know what day it is. It is president by committee up here. And, you know, each individual office runs this country. There's no oversight. It is devastating. But the one thing that they're all in together is that border, leave it open. We're in trouble. We have people coming in here that do not like this country. They hate this country, but they want power. They would rather give our country away to people that don't like this country to be able to get their votes, to continue with their power. It is absolutely amazing to me, the dislike that these Democrats have. It's anti-American is what it is. And we got to have an American government up here, and right now we don't.
Yeah. Do you think that betrayal is big enough for Democrat voters to either abandon Biden just by not voting for him this year or by actually switching their votes to Trump?
Well, I think things are going to get even worse and worse as we go through the year, unfortunately. It's been coming. People say, well, the economy's not bad. The stock market's up to record levels. Let me educate people on this. You don't know this. The way that they're manipulating the economy is we are borrowing and printing $80,000 a second in Washington, D.C., $4.6 million a minute, and flushing it out in the economy where there's money to be spent. Hey, that's a debt. It goes on to our debt. We're building $1 trillion more debt every 3 months under this administration. And folks, you and your kids are going to have to pay this back. It is going to be devastating to prices. They're getting ready to skyrocket. Our economy is in bad shape. It's a false economy. Don't let these people fool you.
Yeah, the stock market number is a reflection of all that inflation. Also, as far as jobs are concerned, people are losing full-time jobs. The jobs numbers really reveal the tons of part-time jobs that people are now maintaining, including multiple part-time jobs just to make ends meet.
Exactly. People are having to get 2 or 3 jobs. Prices are continuing to go up. Our farmers are in bad trouble. The government does not want to help them. This climate hoax they're pushing on the people across the country. Our farmers are number one target for these climate people like John Kerry. They want to shut down farms. I think John Kerry and Joe Biden thinks they've been in politics so long. They think the Walmart raises their food in the back of their buildings and they just bring it in. They have no clue about what's going on in this country. People don't have the wool pulled over your eyes. Get away from this thing, Democrat and Republican, and vote American. My God, we're in trouble.
Speaking of their ignorance, this week Joe Biden also stood on a stage and he said that that American food manufacturers and sellers are intentionally lowering the amount of product inside of a package in order to steal money from consumers. This is the frame that the White House puts out. But if you look at the actual economic data, it turns out that American manufacturers and businesses, their costs have gone up by about 18% under Biden. That's the same for American consumers. The costs have also gone up by about 18%. In other words, they're not stealing anything from Americans. They're trying to figure out a way to get that product to Americans at a reasonably affordable price.
Exactly. Boy, manufacturing has been devastated in this country. Bill Clinton and the Democrats with NAFTA just about put it under. President Trump came in there and he started USMCA, and it's given us a chance The problem is we got to quit printing money and quit giving money to people who lay on the damn couch and get them back to work. I mean, this is becoming a socialist country. They're buying votes, and we have to understand that. If again, this is going to be our last shot to remedy this. So, they're doing everything they can to make everything look better with manufacturing, with farming. It is devastating. We're in trouble now. The big corporations and big tech, they're making money because that's the direction that the world's going. But it is devastating to people that don't have education. If you've got a great education and you're really smart because of that education, you can get a real good job. But the average person who got high school or just a basic degree in college now, it's hard for them to make ends meet because you can't get a job to pay for all these high prices and all the high costs out there, especially when it comes to energy. Energy is devastating. Not drilling oil and gas has put this country in a tailspin.
Yeah, it's been a big deal. Back on Super Tuesday for a moment, we see a big decisive victory for Donald Trump in this Republican primary, of course, now the nominee. And but what about the congressional support he might have in the House, the Senate? I've seen some early analysis today that although voters did show up for Trump, that in some of these races where you had sort of squishy Republican voters didn't necessarily vote them out. I don't know if that's a lack of enthusiasm to get involved in the primary process or what. What do you expect in terms of the Congress next year?
Well, a lot of people get reelected back up there because good people don't want to run. I mean, they don't want to come up and get in this mess. And I can understand it. I did it because I wanted to help. I didn't have to do anything other than go out and tell people why I wanted to come help people from Alabama. It's so important. But, yeah, we have people up here that take money from lobbyists and do all the things to get reelected, spend millions of dollars, convince people they're going to do the right thing, and then they don't do the right thing. And so it is it's a system that we've gotten into that's not really, really conducive to success in this country on both sides. And that's the reason I keep saying this is not a Republican or a Democrat situation that we've got ourselves into. This is anti-American, people that hate our country, want to change it to the way they want to do it, or American people want to keep our Constitution or Christian values and build from there. And we got some on both sides that I really question in terms of Congress.
Okay, and then finally, will we see you on the campaign trail for President Trump all the way through November?
You betcha. This is our last shot. If President Trump does not win this, it's over as we all know it and grew up and watched it, because they're trying to do it in a short period of time of 4 years with opening the borders and overrunning with drugs and crime, downgrading their education, doing everything opposite of what this country is built on, hard work and teamwork. But, I'm going to be out there every weekend traveling either with him or going somewhere speaking on his behalf and telling people just what I'm telling you right now. This is not a normal election. This is, do you want America or do you want a socialist, globalist, socialist country? That's what it's going to be if Donald Trump doesn't win. It'll be over. No matter what happens in the Senate or the House, the President of the United States can control anything he wants to control. And we got to get somebody in the White House that loves this country, not want to change it to something else.
The stakes are sky high. Senator Tommy Tuberville from Alabama. Sir, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
All right, be well.